Quick update on the commission meeting next Tuesday, August 20th. I just want to talk about this one issue that's going before the commission, $800 million potentially in taxpayer money going towards building a racetrack in a partnership between Nye County, that's you, and a private entity called Thrill One Sports, or Thrill One Entertainment. Thrill One Sports and Entertainment. And that's what we're going to talk about here. First, I want to let you know, you can find these updates on my website. So if you go to my website, you can sign up to get email updates from me about twice a month, and they're brief. And they're usually one issue. But I'll also put those updates up on the website, ianbain.com, IANBAYNE.com. And as one of your commissioners, I will be doing this regularly for issues that are going on that I want you to be informed about, because the county management likes to sort of hide things and surprise everybody with things. And this is a perfect example of that. How county management will surprise you with an obligation or a liability that you were not notified of. And this is the primary issue for me is just that. So let me explain what this is very quickly. Nye County commissioners will vote on Tuesday whether or not to do one simple thing: sign a letter asking the federal government to funnel money through Nye County to hand over to this private company, because now it will create this partnership between Nye County and Thrill One. And I don't know if that's clear enough either to a typical person. And I'll show you the proposal here. You can get a copy of the proposal at ianbain.com, IANBAYNE.com. Go to the bottom of the page. And so Thrill One was recently purchased by this investment company, Fume Capital. And Fume Capital is is it Fertitta? Fertitta? Probably Fertitta, I would prefer. And they're the people who manage or own the Station Casinos, this Red Rock, along with this Juggernaut Capital Corporation, or partners. So what they're doing is we're going to enter into an agreement, or into not with the Fertitta family or Tita family. We will enter an agreement with this Thrill One, which is purchased by Fume Capital, which is managed by these Fertitta people who own Station Casinos. So we will be in partnership with Thrill One, and there's very little about Thrill One out there. The CEO is relatively new. And what this new partnership will do between Nye County and this private organization that wants to build a racetrack is they're going to put one of those, they want to do one of these monster truck things, it looks like. And if you look at the agenda, most of it is just pictures of people in helmets and riding motorcycles and smiling and doing the thumbs up and everything. But it's like that old, in the 80s, I don't know if you remember how old you are, but you remember the monster trucks where there's fire flying up in the air and all this stuff. It looks like that to me. I don't know how popular that is right now. Maybe it is, but that's what it looks like to me. And they want to put this down, I believe, down by Mountain Falls. Now, don't be surprised if that's not just some kind of a tactic to leak that it's going to be down by Mountain Falls, but actually they're going to say it's somewhere else, and then we really don't know. And at the end of the day, it's the Nye County's most senior manager who decides what gets presented to the public, because that's the person who's responsible for that. So the cryptic nature of that, the mysterious unknown that is attached to this entire thing, is really something that could be avoided. So basically what's happening here is county management is saying, okay, well, we're going to sign this letter and we're going to send this to the federal government and say, this is all about getting battery-powered charging stations. So give us $800 million. We'll build this racetrack. And on the side of the racetrack, we'll have a handful of battery-powered car charging stations. Which to me it seems like it's not the intent of this grant. That's just to me. I look at this and I think, well, this is kind of weird, because if we're going to attach battery-powered car charging stations to anything and get $800 million for it, why not just pave all the streets in Nye County, which you could easily do with $800 million, and then just put up little battery-powered car charging stations every couple miles? I'd be okay with that over this, because we're not addressing, county management has failed to address one the sheriff's underfunding and the fact that they're driving around cars from the 1990s. County management has failed to provide, in my opinion, adequate fire protection. I don't think that these guys have enough money, the fire department, and the streets and infrastructure here are a mess. And they've failed to do, time and time again, county management in Nye County has failed to provide any kind of plan for fixing our infrastructure or streets. They're a total mess. As far as I'm concerned, we've missed out on so many opportunities. ARPA could have done all of those things. ARPA could have gone to police, to fire, to streets, and none of it went to any of those things, from what I understand. I believe maybe there was a street initiative, but we could have done way more. And it was ignored by county management. I don't know why. So I'm going to read from, just very quickly, because I'm going to put it up on ianbain.com. What this would do, it would create a partnership. And here's the confusing part and the mystery about all this is we don't know what happens if this business moves out, if they go under, if they get sued. Does Nye County bear liability? We have no idea. It's not in here. And that's a big problem for notice, because with these open meetings laws, you were required as a citizen, that's you. You're required to be notified whether or not there's something substantial that's going to be voted on. So this has been sort of snuck in. This is typical county management stuff. Sneak in something with a big surprise in there. A bomb goes off 2 years later, 4 years later. These are the kinds of things that we have to stop. And people ask me, where do you see the corruption? This is where I see corruption. Failing to provide notice to people that the county's about to enter into an agreement that could have liability attached to it. Now, we don't know. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But wouldn't it be nice to put that in there? Very little in here. I'm going to read from the agenda. Provide a letter of support to the Department of Transportation for a grant application in partnership with Thrill One Sports and Entertainment. And then you scroll down all these pictures of people smiling and driving cars, and it says, Thrill One looks to partner with Nye County as the prime applicant for community program, and Thrill One is a sub-applicant, because eligible applicants include only units of local and state government. So they can't do this without us. And the deadline is August 28th, 2024. So the purpose of this is to have community charging stations for these battery-powered cars. That's what this is intended to do. But instead, we're going to build a racetrack and enter into a partnership with this company. Now, again, is there adequate notice? And let me just give you a hypothetical. I don't know if this is true because it's a complete mystery. County management has failed to put this in here as whether it is possible or not. There's no explanation. Oh, this could result in liability. Or this will not result in liability. Here's why. There's nothing in here about it. But let's just pretend like there is liability. Let's say the county gets sued after a monster truck explodes in 4 years. You were not notified that you as a taxpayer will have to pay for the lawsuit that happens when a monster truck explodes because Nye County is a partner legally in this racetrack. Now, I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. But if it is true, this is inadequate notice because you are entitled to know about this before it happens. You are entitled to know about a government action before the action happens. That's open meetings law. And that's the issue for me, is I don't see any information. I just see all this stuff designed to sort of excite you and get you excited. Oh, there's going to be all these monster trucks. I can't wait to see these monster trucks. And expect to see that at the commission meeting, any proponent. What you'll see is someone will say, oh, isn't this exciting? And they're going to do that up there. And this is the thing that we need to sort of move a little beyond this. And this is one of the things I hope to bring to the commission. Is to move beyond the emotional, tugging at, oh, wouldn't it be so exciting to see? I can't wait to see trucks flying in the air. Oh, it'll be so exciting to stand there and see trucks flying in the air. And maybe that is exciting to you. But we are entitled to see what that means for us as taxpayers. Are we going to pay for that later on down the line? What happens when the government money runs out, or what happens if they don't get the full $800 million? Are we still partners in this? If there's profit, do we get part of the profit? We don't know. I'm guessing probably not. But who knows? Maybe. What if they end up paying to put this thing in? What if this loses money? Will taxpayers have to bridge the gap? We don't know because it's not in here. We really don't know anything about this at all. So for me, there's really not enough information here to even make an educated decision, to even understand what this is. We don't even know what this is. So it's kind of business as usual here. I want to make this a quick one, so sign up at ianbain.com, IANBAYNE.com if you want to get updates regularly from me. I will be doing this for 4 years. I'll let you know what's going on. And if you want to reach out to me, I'll put my information up on the screen. I'm Ian Bain, and I authorize this message.